What's crack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lackin', everybody? Welcome in Week 17 Start Sit Q&A. Saturday games today. Got my 49er Santa head on, repping my favorite team. Jamar Chase jersey, repping my favorite player. What's going on today, Disco? How we doing?
We're unhinged. We're very unhinged today. I'm ready to continue the unhingedness, and this is in thanks to Caleb Williams. Just fucking up so much for me. Just everything. Just literally everything everywhere. Man. He just fucked up a lot for me.
The only player to go over projection on Thursday night was Noah Fant.
And DeAndre Swift receiving yards.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, projections for fantasy football. It was an ugly Thursday game, man. Jesus. What's up, Gino? How we doing? Welcome in, my man. I see Little Bunny Hop says, no Chuba. Would you go Devontae Smith or hope Marvin Harrison can put together one solid performance? I'm still going Devontae Smith, even with Kenny Pickett. You get the better matchup with Dallas. I just don't trust Marvin Harrison right now.
It's a toss-up. Marv? It's a toss-up between both, so I'm going to go with who has the better matchup, and that's Marvin Harrison Jr. At least he still has his starting quarterback, just no offensive tackles. Jonah Williams and Paris Smith. Let me see what the actual name for the left tackle that they drafted last year's name is. But both tackles are out.
Both tackles are out? Okay.
Yeah, both tackles are out for the Arizona Cardinals. Jonah Williams being one of them. I know that name. And the other name is Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson Jr. So both of them are out. So my entire opinion, my entire hopes and dreams for Kyler Murray to do anything, like he does it when it doesn't make the most sense and it doesn't make any sense, and we're both kind of out on him. So, I mean, I'm going to say Marvin Harrison Jr. over Devonta Smith this week just because he has a starting quarterback, but the offensive tackle situation is very concerning.
Very rough. I mean, I just can't with Marv, man. He's just been killing it. You can take the shot if you want, probably a higher TD upside, but still, I think Kenny Pickett's going to sling it a lot here, even with Saquon chasing the record. What's good, Tato? He says Brees, Ladd, or London. Kind of like all of these plays, man. I'd say your safe play is Brees with the floor. London with no Lattimore is very nice as well. Ladd, very nice as well for floor play. I'd still go Brees though. Buffalo's very bad versus the running back. Who would you go here?
Yeah, I would say if you need like a ceiling play, Ladd. If you need the floor play, either Brees or London both have excellent matchups. I'm just concerned with London's hamstring. Yes, he's good, but the hamstring is so quick to be re-aggravated. And I'm once again, I love Drake London, biggest London truther, but it's between Brees and Ladd.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you're in a good situation with all three of you. That's a stacked question to have there. Oh, what's good, Fang? Shout out to you. He says no Kamara, possibly no Richardson. Mixing game is shit. I pick up and starting Dobbins and Bryce Young. I'm not against it. I mean, I love J.K. Dobbins this week. He's active. He's out there. No Gus. I think he's going to smash a lot. He has a lot of props he's going for too. Or not props, bonuses on his roster or on his contract. Thank you for the follow. Tato Brian says, hey, guys, stuck who to choose, Chargers or Rams D. I like the Chargers D here over the Rams by a little bit because, I mean, the Rams are going to be at home. There's no weather. You're going to be a little colder. You're going to have, Khalil Mack, they're fighting for a playoff spot. I know they played good against the Bills, but they also gave up the TD. Juan Jennings, what's good? Kels, what's the question about Juan? I don't know if you said anything earlier. No, he didn't. Do I like Juan this week? I like him as a flex play.
It says Juan Jennings, Stevenson, Tracy, Amir Abdullah. Pick one.
Oh, okay. It's down below. I didn't see it that far down.
Stevenson for me.
I would go Stevenson or I'll go Tracy here as well. I like Tracy versus Indy, but I think I go Stevenson over. The matchup's great. Jerry, shout out to you. How we doing this morning? Bozer, London, or Neighbors? I go Neighbors just because of the hamstring.
I'm going London just because I hate fucking Drew Lock.
I know it's so tough with Drew Lock. I mean, they're both going to see 8, 10 targets. I mean, Neighbors been seeing 10 to 12 targets over the past 4 weeks a game. So, I mean,
the target share for Drake London is very encouraging.
It is. Penix fed him hard in the first game right there.
I mean, that's what happens when you insert the Penix, right? We've been calling for it all year.
Insert the Penix. Daniel Caps, how we doing? Need one tight end flex, fellas. PPR Bowers, McBride, McLaurin. You can't sit Brock Bowers at all, and you can't sit Terry McLaurin this week. I mean, Trey McBride, you can't really sit ever, but I like McLaurin and Bowers matchups more than I like McBride.
Who's your other two wide receivers?
Right.
This is an insane fucking team.
Everybody's dropping questions that are just stacked right now.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I was getting ripped apart because I said Raheem Blackshear has good upside for deeper leagues in a post because Chuba is out for the entire season. And I was getting ripped apart like, oh, well, if they're in your championship lineup, you're screwed. Well, fuck you, man. Not everybody gets a fucking Bowers, McBride, and McMillan situation. Jesus Christ.
Unhinged disco right now.
Oh, my goodness.
What's good, Randy? B-Rob, Dobbins, or Spears? I like Dobbins, but if Tony Pollard doesn't go, which you have to wait for, it looks like. I mean, you're playing Dobbins today. So I don't like B-Rob over Dobbins for sure.
Andrew Erickson hardly ever misses, and the fact that he brought up the J.K. Dobbins situation where he's playing for his contract incentive bonuses of 900 yards, he's about 124 and a half yards away from that. I'm going to go Dobbins. We saw James Cook do it on a very efficient sample size, was 11 carries for over 100 yards. I think Dobbins can do the same and also find the end zone. I think Dobbins is a smash play today.
I agree as well. If you got Dobbins and you made it this far and you're holding him, you got to start him this week, man. It's a great matchup. So fire away with the questions, guys. We're going to cover each game here today, give you one pick 'em we like from each game. We're going to start with the Pats game here, then we'll catch back up with the questions. I'm going to let Disco lead it off here because you know he's the New England truther. What is your locks for the Pats? Chargers, 42.5 over under, Chargers -6 with the spread. What do you like here?
Yeah, I think Drake May longest rush. That's always enticing and borderline always free, along with his rushing yards. I think the match favors Justin Herbert's rushing yards, but as you alluded to on Thursday or Wednesday, his ankle is pretty bad, so I'm kind of avoiding that. I like all the running backs rushing yards and longest props. I think we're going to see a lot of running in two defenses that really struggle against the run. Demario Douglas receiving yards is something that I'll continue to go to the well on. It's way too low. And then Ladd McConkey is going to obviously be the focal point in the passing game. Will Dissly being back is very interesting, but Quentin Johnston, I'd consider his under, but Ladd, like the receptions, receiving yards, longest reception, all super doable. Dicker the kicker is enticing, but not somebody I'm willing to bet on.
I was going to say I do like Dicker the kicker. I don't think I'm going to touch Will Dissly in his first game back.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry.
I will also say that Sly's got he's got the best matchup on the week when it comes to kickers for fantasy points, and 5.5 fantasy points seems like a very low-hanging fruit, but also it's a Patriots offense that's like elite against elite fucking defenses like Buffalo and absolutely terrible against, fringe defenses like Arizona. So I don't know which Patriots team we're going to get, but we're going to get it.
I know that's going to be the worst part. And Sly, I just never trust. So I'm going to agree. I'm going to like the Drake May longest rush. I'm going to take the Demario Douglas receiving yards. The one thing I really like here is Ladd McConkey at 5.5 receptions. When you're looking at the Chargers, they've given up the 6th most receptions in the past 4 weeks to the wide receiver. I think that's a huge outlier there. But even though he's been getting, right at 6-7, catches the past couple of games, I think they need to lean on him heavy this game.
I'm just going to pull up his target numbers right now.
I like Ramondre's rushing in a very advantageous matchup, and I'm going to take the J.K. Dobbins longest rush. I like that as well.
I will say I would prefer Ramondre or Antonio Gibson's receiving yards. I would prefer that, but the rushing yards is too free. What the hell is Ladd McConkey?
I like that. I'm going to put a 5 on this. Demario Douglas receiving at 31.5. That's fine.
Okay, what did you take so I could tell?
I took Demario Douglas over the receiving, Ramondre over the rushing, Drake May's longest rush, J.K. Dobbins' longest rush, and McConkey's receptions. Just a 5-piece, 10 extra, 5 for 100.
You took Ramondre's rushing and Dobbins' longest rush?
Yep.
Dobbins' longest rush went up to 13.5. I'm not touching that. I'm going to take the rushing yards.
Well, I took the rushing yards on the other card, so I figure, swap them around. I like them both. Let's catch up here with the chat. What's good, Kels? Juan Jennings, Stevenson, Tracy. We covered that one. Colts D or Chargers D. Colts D is my number 1 D on the week. You got to target Drew Lock. That's just free money with him. He's a terrible quarterback. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it. Daniel says Miami or Indy. I have them 1 and 2. So, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong there. If you want to go Miami over Indy versus DTR or the Colts versus Drew Lock, I'm completely fine with either one. I love both the plays this week. Jim says, Bo in the rain or Goff. I like Goff on Monday night. I like the highest point total of the week. Detroit Lions defense is shambles. They have to score at will. You got to keep rolling Goff out there. He's probably 20, 30 points a week every single week from here on out. Even next week if they have to play. Bucky Irvings or James Cook. Oh, man. I like Bucky here. And I hate saying that over James Cook because you got to start James Cook, but you got to like Bucky over James, right?
He's my RB1 on the week, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks. If you got to bench James Cook, you're in a good situation there, Julian. Eagles is also my defense 3. So the top 3 defenses when all the questions roll out here, I like Indy, I like Miami, I like Philly. That is my top 3. So, I mean, you can rotate either one of those. You're getting, Drew Lock, you're getting DTR, and you're getting Cooper Rush with no CeeDee Lamb. So, I mean, I like all 3 of those defenses.
You got a couple supers you need to address.
I do got a simple. I missed it. My bad. So super chats always straight to the front. I don't have my alerts on. We're not on OBS. I couldn't tell. G Medina $1.99. Thank you. 0.5 PPR. Love Kyler or Young. Just Jordan Love for me. Easy. I like Jordan Love a ton this week at Minnesota. And James Cook or Dobbins. I think I'm still going James Cook, but I like Dobbins a lot.
Yeah, higher touchdown upside. He's also the healthier player, so I'm going to go with James Cook.
And you like Love over the rest of the quarterbacks, right, as well?
Of course.
Gotcha. $4.99 from George. Another one dropped a 50 bomb yesterday on me and Disco. You're an absolute goat, man. Thank you for all the support. Hello, guys. Still debating Burrows or Daniel. Is Higgins playing? So I think Higgins is going to be out there. This is a monster game for the Bengals. I mean, you can't go wrong here. I have Burrow at 3. I do have Burrow higher than JD this week. I have Burrow at 3 and JD at 4. Where do you stand on Burrow, JD?
Burrow at 2, JD at 3, Josh Allen at 1. I mean, if you need the upside, if you need the ceiling play, if you need the rushing productivity, Daniels is the ceiling play for sure. Burrow's a safe floor play. I always shoot for the ceiling. I don't know if you're playing from behind, if you had like a Nico Collins or
anybody from Thursday night.
Yeah. So yeah, if that's a situation, then I would highly recommend Jaden Daniels if you think you're playing from behind and you need all the fantasy points. And starting a Miami defense over Colts D on Sleaze's cards.
I'm good with either one.
Yeah, I would prefer the Colts defense, but Miami should be solid as well. I feel like this is a trap game for Miami. I'll be honest. I feel like Miami could lose this game.
Well, they've said if the Broncos win, that they will sit Tyreek, which could really hurt as well. So, because their season's over if the Broncos beat the Bengals.
Yeah, so like
one of the scary things too.
Also, if the Bengals win, that means that next week we would need the Broncos to lose. And when I say we, this is Jamar Chase,
the Chiefs
ownership, Jamar Chase ownership in playoff best ball in round 12 out of 12 rounds. We would need Indianapolis to lose one of the next 2, Miami to lose one of the next 2. I think we see Miami lose this week, Indy lose next week, and I think Denver loses this week. I think Denver loses this week and next week. Bengals win this week and next week. It's gonna fucking happen, man. And shout out to you, Bones. Good to see you. You got another super, man. There you go.
We got another super in here. Dante Harvey $4.99. Thank you, man. Sit Jacobs. I'm never sitting Josh Jacobs. I know the matchup's tough. Start McBride or Bowers. I'm going Bowers. Bowers is chasing every record in the NFL. He's going to get force fed all game long. RB1 is Gibbs and Buck. Yeah, dude. If you're rolling out Gibbs, Bucky, and Jacobs and Bowers, I think you won the championship, bro. Congratulations. That's a great lineup, my man.
Unless you play Caleb Williams at quarterback, then you're fucked, right? Like,
so tough, man.
Fuck him, man. Honestly.
All right, let's catch back up with the top here. Kel says JMO or Cooper Kupp. I like Cooper Kupp this week, man. I know JMO's been popping. He's that boomer bust guy. I think Cooper Kupp at home is going to bounce back here in the fantasy championship and get people a good score this week at home. What do you think here?
I mean, what kind of cup we talking about? Because that's a 2 girls 1 cup kind of spelling cup. Not his last name, but yeah, I'm going with either one today.
Jesus. Hurts is out. Yes, Hurts is out. Who do I start? May, Flacco, Rudolph, Bryce Young. I like Bryce Young's matchup here a lot. would say you could go with Drake May or Bryce Young. I'd say it's up in the air. I think the Giants are going to run heavy more with if Flacco's out there with JT. So
I'm going to give you the advice I should have taken myself, Mason Rudolph.
That's what I said in the chat with you. I was like, Rudolph's going to be close, but I like Rudolph's matchup as well too. But man, Bryce Young is hard to ignore after last.
You're absolutely right, Jerry. We are unhinged today, my friend.
Unhinged disco. Puka St. Brown, my running backs are very bad. So Puka St. Brown is your other wide receivers that when he was asking Bowers, McBride, McLaurin, you have to roll out Bowers, McLaurin, Puka, and St. Brown. Those are superstar wide receivers. Kel says Juan Johnson, Tyler Conklin, Ferguson. That's Ferguson for me, easy with CeeDee Lamb out. I think he's going to get a lot of targets here. And Philly's actually been really bad versus the tight end, even though it shows red on your phone or whatever app you play on, because they've been good versus the tight end all year, but they've been struggling versus the tight end as of late. You like anyone there? Difference?
I don't disagree with what you said there.
Okay. Bryce says, out of Dobbins, Jennings, Cup, G. Will, full PPR. I think I'm going JK and Jennings. Let me know how you feel. I like Dobbins. I like Dobbins more than I like Jennings, more than I like Garrett Wilson because, Devontae Adams, we don't know if he's out there yet, but I think he is going to be. I think Dobbins finds the end zone tonight or today.
More than Cup?
Yeah, I like Dobbins more than Cup.
I love the entire narrative that we're painting for J.K. Dobbins, but he's also hurt, right, and coming off of an injury. So I think
there's no one out there.
It might be Vidal. We might see way more Vidal than we've seen in the past, right? So I'm gonna say at the end of the day, having the humility to consider alternate scenarios is, I think, why people like us both. So I'm going to say Cooper Kupp because the scenarios are just perfect for him. If you need the ceiling, it's Dobbins. If you need the floor plus ceiling, just the perfect play, it's Cooper Kupp, in my opinion.
I like Kupp and Dobbins. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
so I'm not against that. Thank you for the subscription, Eddie. Welcome to the Baller Fam. Welcome in, my man. Daniel Cap says, remember in the draft, Terry was a 7th round pick, and I pick up Bowers in the 8th round. That is absolute gold. That's your tight end 1 and your wide receiver 5 in the 7th and 8th round.
God bless.
Unbelievable value. Jim Slim, also start Higgins in the rain or McMillan. I'm still going Higgins, man. I know McMillan's hot. I just don't want to trust a rookie in the championship. I'm going with the big boy. Who do you like here?
A rookie in the championship, sir. You've been like all over Malik Neighbors and Bucky Irving. It has nothing to do with rookiness.
Yeah, but
it's a better matchup for Higgins. It's a better matchup for Higgins. The second wide receiver always fucking absolutely eats against Denver. It just makes more sense. I think McMillan's a safe floor. Higgins is the ceiling. And then between Thielen or Ridley, I'm going Ridley.
I like the Ridley revenge game narrative here. I do like Thielen. I'd say they're very close, but I'm going to go with the revenge game narrative on Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Kel says J-Mo or Dobbs. I'd rather go J-Mo here. I don't know if I trust Dobbs with all the
going Dobbs.
You're going Dobbs? I think it's the Jaden Reed game.
I like Dobbs a lot this week.
Jaden Reed destroyed Minnesota last time. He's going to do it again.
I think they both have an opportunity, but I really do like Dobbs a lot this week.
Okay. I mean, that's like a 51-49 though. I mean,
yeah, and it looks like Christian Watson's going to play. And if Christian Watson does play in 2 wide receiver sets, Jaden Reed only comes in at the slot. So I would say that utilization would probably lean towards Dobbs and Tucker Kraft across the middle.
Oh, yeah. Tucker Kraft was tight end 1 last time against him as well.
Yeah,
there was a lot of injuries.
Who called it?
You did.
Sir, back when I had my fucking tight end whisper shoes on.
A-Rich from JM A-Rich or Young. Man, I'd go A-Rich here still. I don't know if he's going to be out there yet. We got to check the injury updates for Joe Flacco. So Flacco's out there. I like Downs a little more, but still, I don't know if I trust it. I think it's more of a JT game. And Connor O'Donnell, that's Connor for me easy. I do not like Rico Dowdle this week. Do you like any of those different?
I agree with your assessment, sir. I think we're the same there.
Got you. Herabito Sedano says Breece Hall or Marvin Harrison. I'm going Breece Hall. I do not trust Marvin at all. Thielen or Javonte Williams. I'm going Thielen. I don't trust Javonte Williams ever. I think you agree with that.
Nope.
Ramondre or Dobbins from Kendall. This is a close one, man. I'll let you go first on this one. Who you like here?
Ramondre's floor is 12 fantasy points this week.
What would you say Dobbins is?
I would 10? Say we don't know his floor because he could get re-injured. It's a very volatile play. If we're talking about a safe floor, Ramondre is the better and safer play, and his ceiling is probably higher as well.
Yeah, I agree. Dante says, should I start Bowers and McBride over Josh Jacobs? I'm starting Josh Jacobs over McBride. I mean,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I
one bad game.
It's not bad game. Okay. I'm not.
Put it this way,
I'm not going to recommend sending Josh Jacobs, but I think you're cooking with grease here. I think you're cooking with grease. I don't think your thought process is wrong. I don't think McBride has 2 dud weeks, especially PPR format. Josh Jacobs becomes touchdown dependent against a formidable run defense, so he'd have to get involved a little bit more in the receiving game. It is a very meaningful matchup. I would lean Josh Jacobs, but it's very close.
I mean, dude, Josh Jacobs has 8 out of 9 games with 20 straight points.
For sure.
3 of those 9 defenses are top 5 run defenses.
It's still very close.
Josh Jacobs.
It's still very close.
Josh Jacobs.
He's a safer play.
Emal says, okay, this is kind of a long one. Hurts is out. I have Nix, Baker, or Goff. I got to choose from. I like Goff there. Have Bijan and Saquon in at running back, AJ Brown and Adams at wide receiver. Other options for flex. I like, oh my God, this team is loaded, bro. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Cooper Kupp, Ladder, Dobbins. This must be like an 8 to 10 man league. I mean, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Kupp, Ladder, Dobbins, pick 2.
Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson.
I think I'm going Hall and Kupp. Or Hall and Dobbins.
Hold on. Somebody's asking me where I'm streaming today, so I'm just sending them a link. Okay. This is kind of long one. Hurts is out, so at quarterback I got Nix, Baker, or Goff. I'm gonna say I like Nix for the ceiling, Baker for the floor, Goff. It's a weird situation. I gotta choose. I have Bijan and Saquon at running back, AJ Brown and Devontae Adams at wide receiver. Options for flex: Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Kupp, Ladd, or I'm gonna say Kupp and Ladd for ceiling, Hall and Kupp for floor.
That's I was going Hall and Kupp as well. I do like Ladd too, man. Yeah, you're in a good situation, man. And if Devontae Adams sits, Garrett Wilson, man, you have to think about that as well too. We don't know if Adams is going to be out there yet, but I think he is. Thank you for the super chat again, George. Let me catch up at the bottom here, see if we've got any. Where we at? Holt says, Love or Knicks? I like Jordan Love a ton this week, man. I have him. My QB6 smash play, Minnesota in a dome, high point game. I'm all over Jordan Love this week. And Minnesota's very good versus the run. Higgins, McConkey, or Sutton. I like T. Higgins here. Who do you like here?
I mean, it would be cool to play the stack situation with Nix and Sutton, but I'm not going to get cute. I'm going to go Love and McConkey.
Love and over Higgins?
Hey, man, like McConkey's floor is 15 fantasy points, 14.38 fantasy points.
Yeah, it is.
What's Higgins' floor is 4.
Okay, let's see. I don't agree. I'm gonna make you stand on business. Higgins has been 31. We've seen
more games consistently where McConkey's had double-figure games, and more games consistently where Higgins has had single-digit games, several drops, and also misses time with an injury. An injured Higgins is somebody who doesn't want to play through a fucking injury because he doesn't have a contract.
Okay, well, let me throw this at you right here. Higgins, past 5 games, 31, 18, 20, 20, and 4. And Ladd McConkey has never had a 20-point game, but 17, 11, 19, 14, 11.
Okay, so across the board, more consistent floor.
With 1 game off, yeah, but the points are higher for Higgins.
There's no volatility with Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, I know. He's safe. I'd just go for the upside play.
He could date my sister. That's how safe Ladd McConkey is.
Okay. Start from JJ23. Start Tracy or Garindo. I like Garindo a lot this week, man, versus Detroit or 49ers. Detroit Lions defense is beat up. You get Monday Night Football. I think you're going to agree with that.
Is he good to go? Confirmed 100%? Because I don't hate Tracy's matchup.
I don't hate Tracy's matchup, but Isaac Garindo's matchup I think is better. And he practiced 3 times, so I'm assuming. I don't think the update's full. He practiced, let's see. Yeah, practice Thursday and Friday and remains on track to return. That's the update.
So yeah, I mean,
do I want the 49ers offense with their weapons or Drew Lock and Tyrone Tracy?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Tracy's all they got.
Right. They've been using Singletary a little bit here and there.
Yeah, but I mean, Singletary is fucking useless.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, you're good either way. Both of them have like similar type of matchup situations. So yeah, either way.
I like it, but I'm going Garindo over him.
Yeah.
Spears or Adam Thielen from Jackson. I mean, if there's no Tony Pollard, Spears is an absolute smash, but he hasn't practiced the past 2 weeks. He's still played. I gotta go Adam Thielen just because it's safer right now.
I'm not. I'm gonna go with Spears. I think we're gonna see a lot lighter boxes, and Blackshear is still gonna struggle running, and Adam Thielen's pretty much their only receiver that they're gonna get number one coverage on and borderline double coverage because Legette's banged up. Looks like Legette might miss again, and Coker's all right. I mean, I think Coker's a safer play than Thielen this week, so I'm going to say Spears. Spears' floor has been very safe, and his ceiling has been very spectacular. I'm going to say Spears. I'm not fading Spears anymore.
I think people are going to pick up Blackshear, and it's going to be Mike Boone.
Here's the thing. It could be Mike Boone as a pure runner, but Blackshear is a better receiver, and where's Tampa weak against the running back is receptions. So they're not going
to run up the middle on Tampa. That's for damn sure.
So they're going to have to pass. Neither one of them are must starts or plays unless you're in a desperate situation. Like I would prefer them over an Amir Abdullah.
I like that. Thank you for the super chat again, Dante. I see you in there. Jesse says 1.75 PPR tight end premium. I like it. Picks 2 in Superflex. Henry, Laporta, Lock. Is that Lockett? He's already played. Or Drew Lock. You're thinking Superflex. Okay. Just found the channel. Looking forward to checking out more content. Thank you, man. Thank you for all the subscriptions, everybody. Smash the likes if you are in here. Make sure you guys check out Big Draft Energy's YouTube as well. Co-host on my show. He's always live. I'm on his show every other day. Man, I'm definitely going Laporta with premium too. I like the shootout game with the Niners. I know it's a tough matchup.
I live in a world where Hunter Henry outscores Drew Lock this week.
I don't think I can say Drew Lock, man.
No. I mean, I would rather go Hunter Henry and Laporta in a fucking tight end premium than Drew Lock in Superflex.
I think I'm doing the same. I don't trust Drew Lock for shit.
It's so disrespectful, but I'm here for it.
It's true, though. He's terrible, bro.
I mean, hey, man, New York Giants said, how can we give ourselves the best shot at getting the first overall pick?
Drew Lock. Yeah, sure. And the Raiders just, decided to give it to him. Yeah. Eddie, what's up, my man? Tracy, Jacoby, Thielen, J-Mo, Ramondre. I like Tracy here. I do like Jacoby a lot in this matchup, but I think it's going to be Brock Bowers' day with all the records.
It's Ramondre than Tracy for me.
You like Ram over Tracy in the matchup?
Ramondre is a top 15 running back for me at his floor.
Yeah. I mean, I'd put Tracy and Ramondre right at 50-50.
I love Ramondre this week. And I'm going to continue to say that I love Ramondre this week, and I'm going to remind everybody that I loved Ramondre this week, whether he does smash or not, but I'm projecting him to absolutely smash.
I'm not against it. Dylan says, championship week, baby. Questions for today's games. I'll be back again for Sunday's questions. I like it. 1 running back, 1 tight end. Dobbins. I'm going Dobbins over Abdullah without a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Henry or Chig. I like Chig. And Sutton. I'm going Sutton over Devonta Smith as well. And I'm going to get, 1 QB, 1 tight end. Okay, so 1 wide receiver.
Baker and Fergie.
I see it. I'm going Baker and Fergie as well. Do you have any difference on those?
I would go Devonta Smith instead of Sutton. And
in a Bengals catch-up game, maybe?
Chig's the ceiling game. Hunter Henry's a floor play. And I agree with J.K. Dobbins.
Got you. Devonta Smith. Yeah, I guess now that both quarterbacks are kind of shot, it could be more of a game for him.
It's a better matchup for Cortland Sutton, but the weather, and I have not seen Bo Nix in weather, so that's the only thing that has me concerned for Sutton. That the matchup is way better for Sutton.
Okay, so. I mean, yeah. It's just Kenny Pickett targeted AJ Brown so many times when he was out
I know, and I'm here for it because I have AJ Brown in my dynasty finals. So let's go.
Bones, what's up, my guy? Shout out to you. How we doing? Connor must start. He's out there. Connor has to be going. The Rams are bad versus the run. Keep firing another question, guys. We're gonna move on to game 2 here. We already went over.
Hold on, I gotta swap out Trey Benson because if
Connor's in there, yeah.
If Connor's in there, Trey Benson becomes useless. So I gotta think.
So while you're doing that, so if you guys want to know our picks for the first game, we can go back and tell you. We're moving on to the Denver Cincy game, and then we'll pop back into the questions here. We have the Broncos at Cincy. Cincy fighting for their playoff life, 7-8 versus 9-6. They need the Broncos to lose twice. Cincy is favored. The over-under is 50.5 in bad weather. If I'm taking any props that I like from this game, I do agree with your Bo Nix rushing from earlier in the week. I'd be willing to take his rushing yards or his longest rush. I mean, Chase Brown should light up this defense. They'd be getting crushed by the run. I like all Chase Brown's rushing props. Even 75 is high, but I'm still willing to take that. I like Cortland Sutton's receiving yards. I always like Jamar Chase's longest. I don't think I'm going to touch 94.5, though. T. Higgins at 69 is something I'm enticed to look at if we know that he's locked in and out there. Obviously, he's on the card, so maybe he's out there. And, I mean, Cade Yark shanked a lot of field goals last week. I can't trust him. 6.5 kicker points for Will Lutz seems absolutely free as well. What else do you like from this game, if anything?
I mean, there's a couple like cute picks, like receiving yards for Javonte Williams. No matter what the situation, he always gets involved in the receiving game. But Jaleel McLaughlin being back may impact that, but I still like him to get his 17.5 receiving yards. I think Javonte's 17.5 receiving yards is borderline free. And if we're looking at what Cincinnati is weak against when it comes to running backs, it's receptions. That's the most advantageous matchup for running back receptions. No, that's tight ends.
It is, but it's going to be a split show nightmare.
It's the second most advantageous matchup for running backs. And then when it comes to receiving yards, it's the most advantageous matchup. Javonte's only utilized in third down, especially 2-minute drill. That's where we see the most of him. He has continued to show up in the 2-minute drill, and the check down king is going to be checking the ball down. So, I mean, Javonte Williams, 17.5 receiving yards is great. I do like Bo Nix's longest rush has gone up to 10.5. I liked it more at 9.5. I'm not going to pay the piper for that. So I refuse to do that.
What about 22.5 rushing?
Not touching it.
Don't like that either?
No. So I would say Chase Brown's rushing yards.
So the Bengals have been giving up 78. Yeah, it's right at about, not an outlier.
Yeah. I think Chase's longest reception is a great call.
I'm always willing to bet on that.
Always. And then T. Higgins, like super volatile. Don't love it. Don't hate it. It's a plus matchup. It's an excellent matchup for the tight ends for Denver. But I mean, Kroll, Troutman, there's no props for them because
they don't have a tight end.
They're completely fucking utterly useless. So I like Javonte receiving yards, Chase Brown rushing yards, and Jamar Chase longest reception. Those are my 3 picks.
I like that as well. Okay, so if you guys want to know the first game as well, we can go back to that, tell you our picks from that week. Also, guys, Connor smash start. Yes, he is. I liked it a lot. Hawkinson from Bones, Chig, or Ferguson. See, I like Hawkinson a lot this week in a shootout game, but I still think Fergus has such a good matchup with CD out. He could see more volume, and Chig could see 8 to 10 targets as well. This one is a very tough one here, but I think I'm going Hawkinson. Who do you like here?
Green Bay.
Green Bay, their 1 weak spot's to tie it in. Your possible shootout game.
Yeah, if we're talking about receptions, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th most advantageous matchup over the last 4 weeks. Fantasy points, you're looking at maybe like 12.75. And who's the other option? Ferg
and Okonkwo.
So Ferg
has the better matchup.
Okonkwo's playing Tennessee, Jacksonville. Yeah. So Okonkwo has a more advantageous matchup, and what's his face? Ferguson has the most advantageous matchup out of the 3, just based off of volume and volume alone. With receiving touchdown upside, if anybody's going to eat and be the same play, it's got to be Ferg. And if anybody's going to be the floor play, it's going to be Hawk and then Chig somewhere in the middle.
I agree with that. I still like Chig. I like all these plays though. So I mean, you got good problems here at tight end, Bones. Dylan says, sorry for the bad quality text. Oh, it's all good, brother. George got you. Raul says, Darnold, Murray, or Knicks. I'm not trusting Kyler Murray at all. I don't even have him even in my thought this week as a quarterback, with their season being over. He's probably more focused on Call of Duty.
I'm locked in. Let's go.
Darnold or Knicks? Who do you like there? I mean, Darnold is on fire, man.
I'm going Knicks. Like, he needs to be spectacular, and his rushing upside is what edges him out. I think Green Bay's defense is complete, and we're going to see them absolutely shit on Minnesota this week. I think it's going to be the Justin Jefferson show. I think we might sprinkle in a little bit of TJ Hawkinson, a couple of receptions.
Keep scoring every goddamn week though, too.
But I think Darnold's going to throw 2 picks, even though there's no Jair.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I have Darnold at QB8 and Knicks at QB10. So I mean, you're not in bad problems there. I have Kyler Murray at QB14.
Yeah, so, I'm not playing quarterbacks against unless like your options are Darnold or Kyler. I'm not playing quarterbacks against this. The Green Bay is fucking for real, man. They're going to go really deep and win
I'm taking Packers Chiefs Super Bowl.
I'm taking Packers Bills. That was my call preseason, and that's what I'm sticking with. I think the Packers are going to absolutely dominate this game.
Well, I picked my 49ers, but we got just destroyed. Kel says, Cup, Tracy, Ramondre, J-Mo in the flex. It's either Ramondre or Cup for me, and I like Cup, but Ramondre is your safe play. I do like Cup this week for a bounce back big time. Do you like any of these guys over Cup?
It's Cup, Ramondre. Ramondre is a safer floor. Cup is the higher ceiling.
That's exactly how I put it. What's up, Milo? How we doing? Thank you. Keto says, what's up, bro? Glad you got over last stream in for the season. But we're gonna get another one tomorrow, man. So we'll have another show. I don't know if Disco you're going before or what are you doing tomorrow, but I'm down for either one.
I'm going to be up pretty early on Sundays, so yeah, I'll be up and live before you.
Got you. David says, pick one, MHJ, D. Smith, or Chig. Oh, I don't trust MHJ, man. I just can't do it with him anymore. I'd probably go Devonta Smith here, but I like Chig as a floor play as well.
Well, since it's our next game, I will say the only thing I like for him is his longest reception.
Marvin?
Yeah.
I mean, he's just not caring about football. The Cardinals are absolute shambles in the
I don't think he doesn't care. I think it's easy to not care when your fucking quarterback is little Yoda and he just sucks camel dick. Like Trey McBride cares too. So yeah. I mean, it's just
Trey McBride went off, man. He was pissed off. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
Fang says, I hope Jaden Reed, Jennings, ASB, and Garrett Wilson all have the game of their lives this weekend. I'm already behind the 8 ball going up against Lamar. Yeah, Lamar's rush really.
Fang, respectfully, I hope Jaden Reed sucks camel dick this week.
I like Jaden Reed a lot this week. He's
and respectfully, I hope he sucks camel dick.
What's good, Emo? Brian Jen says, kicker question, Aubrey or Cardi? So with Jalen Hurts being out, I mean, you're going to still have Cooper Rush learning the system a little bit here. I think I like Aubrey better with Jalen Hurts out. I thought if Jalen Hurts made it to the game, that Aubrey won't get as many kicking opportunities, but I think he'll see more now.
I'm going Cardi 100%.
100% going Cardi. I mean, This guy kicks from 65, 70. It's hard for me to ignore Aubrey, but I mean, I like Cardi too, so not against that. George says, half PPR starting Chig over Laporta. Am I crazy? I like Laporta on Monday night, man. I know the Niners are very good versus tight end, but the point total, I have Gibbs going as well versus Lee's banged up 49ers. Close matchup, slightly favored. I have Nico and he had Flowers, so kind of an even start there. Chig or Laporta, who do you like?
I mean, for me, like I'm still not bullish on Chig. Chig is a ceiling play because he has a better matchup and he's been getting way more targets and way more involved. And other than touchdown production, Laporta hasn't really been doing much. Fred Warner is a terrifying play, but the points total is very enticing. And also the play calling is very enticing too. So if you want the safe floor, it's Laporta. If you want the ceiling, it's Chig.
Man, I think Laporta's going to have a big game here too.
Yeah, I'm not like this guy.
This is the championship.
I'm the Laporta supporter, and I'm not bullish on him this week.
Oh, okay. He's the tight end whisperer too, man. Milo says, pick 2, Thielens, Higgins, Shakir, Downs, or Judy. I am not touching Jerry Judy with DTR out there regardless. He looked absolutely terrible. I'm definitely throwing Higgins out there, and I think I'm going Shakir over Thielen.
Yeah, I'm going Downs and Shakir.
Is that Flacco based?
No, just Downs and Shakir in general. Downs eats regardless who the fucking quarterback is. I think he eats more when Flacco's to play, and I wouldn't be shocked if we do see A-Rich that we might also see some Flacco and A-Rich leave early with an injury. Ooh. Because they need to win. They need to win, right?
They do need to win this game.
And like the Giants,
the Bengals with Higgins.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I can't love Higgins and Jamar Chase, can I?
Yeah, they go for 20 each week combined.
Well, I want 50 from Jamar and 0 from Higgins. that's what I need this week, sir.
I'm definitely going Higgins number 1 out of these guys. I like his matchup too much.
Yeah, I would say it's Downs and Higgins for ceiling, Downs and Shakir for floor.
I like that. Bryce says Dobbins or B-Rob. I like Dobbins here, man. I know B-Rob coming off a tough game, could bounce back. He has touchdown upside as well, but so does Dobbins. I know he's coming off an injury too. I still think Dobbins is the better play here. Atlanta's been very good versus the run.
I'm going to say B-Rob is a safer play.
Oof. I don't know after last week, man. I think that one's tough with him.
What's up, baby boy?
Good Peter, what's good, my guy? Shout out to you. If you guys have not subscribed, make sure you do go check out Pete. And he has, I'm blanking on the YouTube name they use.
It's the fantasy football face-off.
Fantasy football face-off. Make sure you guys check that out. Smitty says, how do you play the Dolphins kicker in the rain? I don't know if I like Sanders as much in the rain. But again, that game is going to come down to if Denver win. So if Denver wins, I think Miami's, they already said they might sit Tyreek. We don't know how it's going to go. So you have to kind of wait on that one to see if the Bengals, can knock out the Broncos here and kind of, keep the Dolphins season alive.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the subscription. Travis, how we doing? Keto says, hey guys, Abdullah or Dowdle? Man, I don't like Dowdle this week.
Pick up Blackshear.
You can play Blackshear over them as well. I like that because he's the better pass catching back, and Tampa really stuffs the run, and they struggle versus the pass. So I can see Blackshear. I can see Abdullah being nice too. I mean, he got
only if it's PPR. If it's half PPR or standard, I guess Dowdle.
Right. God, Dowdle's matchup is brutal, but I mean, he probably see more volume.
Abdullah is a never recommend for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Travis says tight end premium lost in Joku. Need to start I'm not starting Bellinger, man. I'm sorry.
I'm 100% starting Bellinger over Higbee. 100%. It's the most advantageous matchup on the week.
It is.
It's like me saying like Noah Fant. The matchup makes sense. It's one of those situations where I'm 100% going Daniel Bellinger. It makes sense. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But the matchups make sense. The process is there. The advice is well researched. I'm going Bellinger over Tyler Higbee.
I mean, 100%. I would say, is there anyone available on the waiver wire there?
No hesitation, still Bellinger. Bellinger's the better play for me.
Chef in the building. I'm good with that, but I just don't trust.
Is Luke Musgrave playing this week? Are we going to finally see, Luke Musgrave be fucking usable?
Luke Musgrave was out there last week.
Yeah.
He just didn't do much. He played like 12% snaps. It's a Tucker Kraft show, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Connor or Dobbins? Connor for me, man. Dobbins first game back. I like Disco's assessment there. Very risky. He could get hurt on the first play, first couple drives in the game with his.
I mean, if you want to put a small bet on over 124 rushing yards today, I mean, like it could cash.
Oh, you like that?
What 124.5 rushing yards? I already bet on it. I put a little bet on it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like I'm all about the incentives. I love chasing incentives the last couple of weeks. It's like how I redirect my fucking bets.
I like that. Dicker or Richard? I like both these kickers, but I like Richard more in a shootout game that I think is going to be more points scored than I do think in the Chargers game. Speed says I like Drake May's passing yards. So when you're looking at Drake May and his passing yards, he did play good against Buffalo last week. I don't know. What is his passing yards at on drafters right now? Like 205, 210?
Yeah, I mean, like we're looking at what the Chargers have given up the last.
They've given up a lot.
It's over 251 passing yards per game, so the assessment's spot on. But which Drake May are we going to get? Which Patriots offense are we going to get? That's the one that I'm concerned with.
He says, I think the Cardinals win today over the Rams. I'm taking the Rams to win. I have zero trust in Kyler Murray. Which defense do you like, Raiders or Chargers? I actually like the Raiders here. Who do you like here?
Yeah, I'm going Raiders as well. But let's also mention the game we saw Marvin Harrison go absolutely nuclear this year. Who were they playing?
The Raiders. Right?
No.
Or am I off? The game where week 2, right? Where he popped?
It was with the Rams.
First play of the game, he had like an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he destroyed the Rams.
Okay, so he did that week 2. That's a long ways away, though. I don't look.
Yeah, hey man, there's an advantageous matchup there because he owns them previously, and I'm going. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. might smash today. Said no one ever.
Okay, DDA says, "What's up, guys? What's your go-to Hooters order?" Always the barbecue wings, man. Every time.
I've never been to a Hooters in my entire life, sir. I'm in Canada, and we don't have one where I live.
At Canada, man, no Hooters out there, man.
Ain't no Hooters out here, sir. Married and happily married, sir.
He did. Drake looked very good against the Blitz last week with Buffalo. I can't believe how that game started, but again, we were talking about it. That's like the Bill Belichick hangover or something when the Bills play the Patriots. It's just weird. That was one of the ugliest games I've seen from Josh Allen, too. That was a smash matchup. Levy says, dang, you got me nervous now. Should I play Tua or Darnold? I mean, you get a chance to wait, though, at least. You don't got to pressure it now. You're going to get the chance to wait for Tua to see if the Broncos win or lose. So, I mean, I think you're still good there. I would save that for our show tomorrow, see how it goes there.
Yeah, I think Drake May is a ceiling play regardless.
Drake May?
Yeah, he's a ceiling play.
I like his rushing in this game a lot, too. The Juice says, does Dobbins score a TD today? I like Dobbins for a TD today. You like Dobbins in the end zone?
I can't say I love him for the end zone. I prefer Ladd McConkey for the anytime touchdown call there. And then Demario Douglas as well for the Patriots.
I like that. Daniel says, Colts D still the best? I have Colts D at number 1, Miami number 2. I have Chargers at number 9 or number 10, I believe. I don't have it pulled up right now, but I like anytime you can target Drew Lock, you have to. I mean, he's terrible. Speed says, the Rams are playing the Seahawks week 18 for the division. Makes so much sense. Well, depends. So, yeah, they will be, huh? Because they got that 6-3 ugly Thursday night game that was terrible.
Speed, that's how I'm leaning with Kyler Murray today, too, man. He could easily drop 25 points.
He could, but I don't trust him. He can always drop 20. I just zero trust in him. Hardy, I'm going Colts. Easy target Drew Lock there. We just went over that. I do like the Chargers versus New England, but look how Drake May played last week versus Buffalo, even though they gave up a touchdown to the defense. So the weird ass backwards pass. So I mean, I'm still going Colts. Cardinals are the epitome of incompetency with playing Connor in a meaningless game when he already tweaked his knee. He's chasing a lot of incentives though as well in his contract to the Juice. So you got to think about that as well. Thank you for the subscription. Amigos, how we doing, brother? Welcome in. Matthew says Vidal or Blackshear. The starter now that Chuba is out. I'm still going Blackshear over Vidal here. I don't think I'm going to trust him over with Dobbins back.
I think there's a situation or a scenario where Vidal can absolutely smash, and that is indicative on betting on what's his face Dobbins to get hurt. And I'm only willing to do that kind of play in DFS where I'm just doing alternate plays there. So,
my God, guys, we just got an update of Ramondre Stevenson has lost the starting job to Antonio Gibson this week.
So he's going for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I don't believe that Gibson's really the guy either way. I mean, tough to trust either one. Need a deep starter for running back 2. Kamara and Pacheco are out from Matthew. I would go Blackshear. I'm not against that. I mean, if you have Gibson on your wire right now, you can pick him up as well. If that, over Blackshear, if you want there, Matt, but it's about even to me either way. I don't like Gibson as a starter. I love your Reed response. I love Jaden Reed this week. Minnesota 32nd versus the wide receiver. Gave him 28 points last time. I like Reed a lot this week.
Fang, my friends call me Disco, by the way. You don't have to call me Big Draft Energy. Just call me Disco, brother.
What's good, Joe? Welcome in, man. How we doing this morning? He says, yo, man, full PPR, Dobbins or London. I like London a lot. Different tight end issue, Strange or Durham or Payne. Oh my God, that is as rough as it gets. I'm not starting Durham Smythe. I'm not starting Payne. I'm not starting Strange. Really Strange got benched last week. There's got to be better options than that at tight end, Joe. But I think I'm going safe floor is Dobbins and high upside play is London.
Yeah, I'm going London regardless. And then tight end, yeah, good luck.
Right. Colts Chargers, we're going Colts there. Lost Hurts, Tua or Young. I'm going Tua here. And that depends on if the Bengals win, by the way, too, amigos. So if the Bengals win, we don't know what's going to, or if the Broncos win, we don't know what's going to happen with Tua. So we got to pay attention for those updates, but at least you get to wait a little bit on that one. Watson says, if Hurts doesn't play, should I sit Devonta Smith for Higgins? I like Higgins over Devonta Smith either way. McMillan and Neighbors, I'm going Neighbors. I think you agree with both those. Smith, Devonta Smith or Higgins?
Yeah, it's close, but I think your assessment's bang on.
Neighbors. Stafford or Bryce? I like Stafford here a lot. I'm not going Bryce Young over Stafford with no Chuba. Christian says, pick 2, Thielen Downs or McMillan. I might go Josh Downs here.
Sitting Thielen.
Sitting Thielen. I think I agree with that as well, but I do like. I'm going to sit McMillan. I like Thielen and Downs. Can't trust Bryce. Bucks pasty can have a solid out. Bucks pasty is bad speed, really, really bad. They're very stout up front. They stop the run very well, but they've been getting gashed by the pass. I can't say their pasty is good.
Their pass rush is also atrocious.
Yeah, but somehow they stuff the run. It's crazy with no pass rush. There's big boys in the middle.
Vita Vea. That's
Vita.
Vita Vea smash. That's a big dude, man.
What's up, Gio? Lost Chuba. Need a waiver replacement. PPR Gibson, Boone, McLaughlin. I'm probably going Gibson, even though I don't like any of them.
I have a weird, strange feeling McLaughlin's going to absolutely smash today. I have a very strange feeling he's going to be the one.
I could like McLaughlin too here, but it's close.
I mean, like I would personally play McLaughlin. Gibson makes the most sense though, just based off of storylines. But last time we saw that Ramondre Stevenson was benched, he fucking had a spectacular outing. So I'm going Mondre.
That's true as well. Different league, PPR flex, Thielen, Mooney, Jalen McMillan, Reed. I'm going Reed all the way here. I love Reed this week. I think Reed's just an absolute smash play.
I mean, he's a ceiling play for sure.
If you want to play it safe, you can go Madison, I would say, versus Saints. He probably sees at least 15, 18 touches. Possible touchdown.
For Ford's receiving upside is also pretty interesting. I'm just waiting on Tony Pollard news tomorrow in one of my championships to go with either Ford or Tony Pollard. Right now, Tony Pollard slotted in.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we got 8 minutes for kickoff, guys. Fire away every question you have. We're going to cover the last game of the day here. We have the Arizona Cardinals heading in to the Los Angeles Rams. 47.5 over under. Rams favored by 6.5. I'll let you lead this off. What do you like for pick'ems today here?
If you scroll down a little bit, you might be able to find Matthew Stafford's completions.
Stafford's completions are not there for me. Do I need to refresh?
Try scrolling down a little bit because it wasn't where he was.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
He's got two. They got 2 of them. Okay.
Yeah. So I like that a lot.
I do too.
I also like the rushing yards for Kyron.
91.5?
Yeah. And then I like the receptions for Trey McBride.
Receptions at 6.5 for Trey McBride. Okay. I'll lock this in with you. I'll take a 10 banger here.
Yeah. I also like Cup. I also like Puka, but I love Matthew Stafford's completions more than any of those.
Okay. He always crushes the 20. I like that. If I had to pick one to go with that, I agree with those. I'm not touching Kyler Murray. James Conner at 57 yards looks enticing, but he's coming off an injury. Do I trust it? Right? That's kind of the question here. Rams past couple weeks here, giving up about 70. No, not 70, about 65 yards a game. So right on cue with that. Tough to trust off injury. I don't think I'm touching him. I do like Cup for a bounce back game here. I'm not touching Marvin. I like, Puka for a big game. 86 is high. Joshua Carty's field goal is high. I think you bang on. I think you hit that with all the perfect ones that I would have taken there. So I like that a lot. Tyler Higbee at 14.5 is enticing as well. 1 catch. He kind of bounced back last week. How much did he play in snaps here? I want to see.
It was never Colby Parkinson. Just let me say that. Going back to our best ball day, since this is our last week doing it, was never Colby Parkinson. It was also never Luke Musgrave, the motherfucking cocksucker.
All right, so we got 5 minutes. I'm going to fire through these. Let me know if you have any difference. Throw your answer in. Gio says Colts or Fins. I have them defense 1 and 2. Colts at 1, Fins at 2. I'm not against if you want to go Fins over Miami against DTR. I like them both. Hey guys, AJ Brown, Javonte Adams. I'm still going AJ Brown. He got heavily targeted by Pickett last time, but you got to get both these guys in, man. Javonte Adams has such a good matchup too. It's crazy. He's getting just force fed.
All right, let's make a ticket for all 3 games plus the rushing yards for Bucky Irving tomorrow.
Bang it out. I'll catch up with them. Tell me what you got. Prediction for today's games. I like this one too. I'm taking the Chargers. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking the Rams money line. All of them. I would be enticed if you wanted to take the Bengals minus the 3.5. I think they're going to crush Denver. 6 is kind of heavy for the Chargers, especially how the Patriots played the Bills. Rams, 6 is kind of rough for me as well. I'd probably go money line on all of them. Tight end situation, FFPC League 12-man, 20-player roster after week 11. All cuts are non-scoopable, and Njoku is out. Oh, so it's really rough now. It really is strange for Jacksonville or Payne for Tampa Bay. I'd probably go Strange just because I've seen him do something, man. I don't think I'm going to throw out Payne there, dude. It's tough. Thank you for the subscription, David. Welcome. Psycho Crew says McMillan or Spears. I'd say Spears is your safe floor play. I'd say McMillan is the upside play. He's been getting the touchdown streak. If Tony Pollard's out, I'm smashing Spears out there, though. Like top 15 running back if he's out. Last one before I head out and start my prayers because of Nico. God, dude, every player this week for Thursday Night Football was terrible, except for literally Mahomes, Kels, Lamar, and Mark Andrews. I mean,
Derrick Henry. Don't forget Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
I mean, Jalen Warren was solid PPR format. Najee Harris smashed his rushing projections. Isaiah likely found the end zone again.
I'm going to cruise through this as fast as I can here. 3 minutes. Dylan says Hunter Henry, Jake Ferguson, especially with CeeDee Lamb out. Philly's been struggling versus tight end as well. Gio says last one. Oh, got that one. Rico or Madison. I do not like Rico this week, man. I'd probably go Madison.
I just smashed an 8-piece and I put a safety on it.
Let me hear it.
So May passing yards, Dicker the kicker over.
Okay.
Javonte over his receiving yards. Okay. Chase Brown over his rushing yards.
I love that. I think Brown smashes today. Chase Brown rushing yards. Oh, okay, 75. Okay.
Love the Stafford completions and the McBride receptions. And then I took leading into tomorrow, Bucky Irving over his rushing yards and Chase McLaughlin over his kicker points.
Oh, you like the C. McLaughlin play, huh? I like that. Put a 5 on it.
Yeah, and I safety it.
Oh, I'll safety it. I got it. I did accept changes. I got my safety in. All right, guys. So we got 2 minutes left. Any questions? Fire away. If you guys have not checked out Big Draft Energy on YouTube or Twitter, make sure you smash my guy a subscription. I will drop his link in there right now. He will be live tomorrow morning. What time are you going live tomorrow morning?
About 10 a.m. leading into your stream. I think you're live at noon?
I'm going to do the game start at 10. Noon your time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern time till noon, and then head over to your stream after.
Let me grab his YouTube here for you guys. Make sure you take 1 second. Make sure you drop my guy a subscription. Amazing content all year long. Amazing co-host. Check it out. The kickoff is here, guys. Good luck for the championship. We will be live tomorrow. Again, he'll be live at, I'm going to say 7 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah, something like that.
In. And then I will be live at 1 hour before kickoff as well, guys. We'll lead right into it. I'll get you at the end here, Sean. Conklin or Hooper. I'm not trusting Hooper. I'm going Conklin. Conklin saw actually good volume last week from Aaron Rodgers, too. He saw a lot of targets. So I'm going Conklin here. And are you going Hooper or Conklin?
I don't care about either one of them. So I would say Conklin, I guess.
Rough. It is rough, but I think I go Conklin. All right, guys. Good luck in the matchup today. We are out. Make sure you check out Big Draft Energy. We'll be live again tomorrow. He will lead off his show. Then we'll lead into my show, and we'll try and cover everything for the championship here, guys. Hope you guys get that trophy, man. And let's come back to this tomorrow. And Travis, one more. He says 0.5 PPR, Dobbins, Stevenson, Harrison Jr., Brian Robinson Jr., Waddle, or Downs. I don't think I can say Stevenson here. Now, I mean, maybe. Dobbins for sure. Man, who are you going with on this one? Dobbins?
Stevenson and Downs.
Stevenson.
Or Brian Robinson Jr. and Downs. Or Brian Robinson Jr. and Stevenson.
I would go Dobbins and I will go Dobbins and Stevenson. I'd take the safe floors. I don't trust I think JT's going to crush in New York this week.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, guys. That's it for us. Make sure you check out the show tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. You guys have been absolutely amazing. The games are on. I will catch you guys tomorrow live on the show. Peace out. Let's get that championship. I'm out.